Let's dive into a story that I think it's going to feel really personal, but at the same time, it's something so many of us can relate to. This is Ek Ladki Ka Safar, or A Girl's Journey. So, what's at the very heart of this journey? It all kicks off with this simple but really powerful idea: a girl who wanted to do everything. Think about that for a second. This isn't just about being ambitious, right? It's about this boundless curiosity, this deep desire to experience absolutely everything life has to offer. Our story begins in a world just brimming with possibility. Let's call this first chapter Sapno Wali Ladki, the girl with dreams. And right from the get-go, we see the main challenge. She had so many dreams, just this entire universe of ideas swirling around in her head, but there was nobody there to show her the way. No map, no mentor, just this powerful desire and a wide-open, totally unmarked road ahead. Well, walking a path like that, all alone, it naturally leads you to a place of a lot of questioning. We can think of this next part as Andhere mein sawal, questions in the dark. This is where her real battles, both internal and external, really start to fire up. And you know what she started hearing from the world around her? People saw her wide-ranging passions, her many interests, and they just slapped a label on it. They'd say, "You are confused." It's such a common thing, isn't it? Mistaking this incredible curiosity for a lack of direction. And that judgment from the outside, eventually it starts to seep in. It becomes this quiet but constant question inside her own head. Will I be able to do it? This is the voice of self-doubt. It might have been planted by the world, but it really takes root in the silence of her own mind. So here we can see the huge disconnect. The world's perception was confusion, but her internal reality, the actual truth in her heart, was just a deep, profound desire to learn. She wasn't lost, she was exploring. And this exploration, it became a solitary fight. You can almost picture her, can't you? Studying alone in the dead of night, fighting back tears of frustration, but through it all, just refusing to let that little spark of hope die. This is where her real resilience was forged. Okay, so all that resilience, it leads to a major turning point in her journey. She's about to become Khud Apni Guide, her own guide. And we see this fundamental shift in how she looks at her own struggles. Every single mistake no longer breaks her, it actually makes her stronger. Every failure isn't an ending, it's a lesson. She starts piece by piece to turn her own setbacks into fuel. This whole process of transformation, it leads to this one pivotal moment, a quiet climax in her story. Or Puregdin, and then one day. She made a decision. She declared, if there is no guide, then I will become my own guide. This is the moment she takes complete and total ownership of her path. It's a declaration of independence that wasn't born from arrogance, but from pure necessity and that newfound strength. This incredibly powerful decision kicks off the final and maybe the most important phase of her journey, Vishwas Ki Takat, the power of belief. So what exactly is this power of belief? She discovers it's Bharosa, or self-belief. And I just love this definition. It's not about being loud or certain about everything. It's the quiet confidence to move forward, even without having all the answers. It's about learning to trust the journey, by first learning to trust yourself. The story doesn't end with her magically having everything figured out. Even today, she doesn't know all the answers. The real change isn't in her circumstances. It's within her. Now she believes in herself. In that belief, that Bharosa, it's not a finish line she crossed. It's the engine that moves her forward, just a little more every single day. It's a continuous process, a sustainable source of momentum. So why does this all matter so much? Why is her journey so resonant? Because of this profound and often overlooked truth. We tend to imagine that strong people must have this incredible support system, but this story reminds us that behind every strong girl, there isn't always a support system. Sometimes the only thing she has is her own belief in herself, and that, in the end, can be the most powerful support of all. It really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What journey is your own self-belief guiding you on?